It's one of the world's biggest military projects. It's a $245 billion project to build nuclear-powered attack submarines for Australia. Now, the trouble is this program seems to be seeing security scares and red flags even before it has even formally begun. Now, the AUKUS pact is a program that will make Australia enter an elite club of nations operating nuclear-powered attack submarines. Now, there was a trilateral security agreement signed in 2021 between Australia, the United Kingdom, and the United States. It will see the US and UK help Australia get these fearsome naval platforms. Now, SSNs, as we know, are capable of operating underwater almost indefinitely without needing to surface or refuel. That makes them very powerful underwater attack platforms. Now, only 5 countries in the world have this capability. The US and UK are 2 of them, and Australia could possibly be a 6th. Now, Australia will acquire 8 SSNs based on a US Virginia-class designs like this one. Construction could begin in the US and UK by the 2030s. Now, a key part of the program is to create the trained talent pool to build and operate these submarines and base them in Australian bases. This, of course, goes without saying. SSNs are among the most complex military platforms ever built. Now, interestingly, Australian media reports say that Australia's Defence Force has rejected about 10% of applicants for AUKUS-related roles. That's roughly 1 in 10 applications have been rejected over what they call dubious foreign ties or security risks. Now, this includes individuals with dual citizenship or family links to so-called high-risk countries like India and China. Now, US international traffic in arms regulations further bar non-citizens or those with overseas parentage from sensitive access to technologies like AUKUS. Now, Australia is, of course, worried that AUKUS could be infiltrated by foreign spies. Now, the Australian Security Intelligence Organization, or ASIO, Director General Mike Burgess has warned that Chinese state-linked actors are using faked LinkedIn ads and online networks to target 7,000 plus defense workers, including 400 who publicly mention AUKUS on their biodata. Now, Beijing has been accused of seeking nuclear propulsion specs to counter these submarines, which could, as the report says, constrict China's access to economic inputs like the Indian Ocean shipping lanes, vital for its oil inputs. That's one of the reasons that Australia is acquiring these submarines. But interestingly, this report also names India as a vetting red flag, primarily due to the large Australian Indian diaspora. And of course, a 2022 incident where 8 former Indian Navy officers were arrested in Qatar for allegedly spying and passing sensitive submarine data to Israel, though all of these officers were later released. There's no direct AUKUS breach as alleged yet, but this is fueled some kind of perception of risks from India-linked personnel. Now, such concerns, of course, are unfounded. India has its own fleet of nuclear-powered submarines and hopes to build SSNs as well very soon. India sees Australia as a valuable regional security partner in groupings like the Quad, which are meant to deter China from aggression in the Indo-Pacific. But this isn't the first AUKUS-related red flag. Interestingly, in February, Mike Burgess said once again that the ASIO had identified foreign services, including those supposedly friendly to Australia, targeting AUKUS to determine its capabilities, to learn how Australia intends to use the submarines and undermine the confidence of its allies. Now, we've all heard the story of the boy who cried wolf to warn his village. Is this a case of crying wolf even before the village has been built?